Good evening from down under, everyone. My name is Romance Blitz, and we're going to continue our Let's Play of Super Robot Wars Y cross playthrough. This should be part, 97 in the series, I want to say. And in this episode, we're going to do the Wind Blows to the Future. I've sorted out all the parts. In the in-between episodes, I did one front mission solely to get Doman, who was 149 to 150, by throwing a prana converter on him and just throwing him to the masses. Ironically enough, it didn't really matter because it turns out the first bot got him to 150 anyway, so it was what it was, but oh well. Anyway, we'll get straight into the episode, so definitely like and subscribe if you've been enjoying so far, otherwise we will begin. Oh dear. Oh, that's a great start. I had something a little bit stuck in my throat, but I just muted my mic, so let's go. So in the hangar. So the A event's up to Scandinavia at the request of the NON. No, it kind of feels like we're just convenient tools for the NON, doesn't it? The NON's an important mediator between nations, though we can't afford to turn down the requests. Which is to say, they set us up with plenty of chances to sell energy. It's wins all round, pretty much. Even so, Scandinavia is heavily fortified by the Poseidon forces. NOAA's is active all across Europe, for that matter. Even the Windermere sugar barrette is in Scandinavia right now, supposedly. We're gonna have to fight that enormous battleship. It's not out of the question. Poseidon and Windermere, maybe they got on so well because they're fellow alien invaders. Let's not be backwards about this show. Yeah, breaking the world up into Earthlings and non-Earthlings is real old-timer stuff. I get what you mean, but I'm not like you Zao folks. You guys have been traveling all over the universe, but I was born and raised on Earth. If you think like that, you should also think that Daba and I should get on well since I'm Windermere. Hey Freya, that's cheating. Don't try to match yourself up with Daba. Alright, let's change the example. I'm from Ragnar, and you think Leslie and I would hit it off because of that? That one's obvious enough, of course we wouldn't. Ouch, that smarts. Why did you use Lucia, not me, in your example? You don't get along with anyone, no matter what planet they're from. Ouch. Kyo, in with the burnt arm there. I don't think that's how she's... So I don't know, I think how she's always fighting with everyone is a sign that she's close to them. Exactly, Lilith gets me. I'm the kind of woman who's a bridge connecting the stars. Running back towards the point, we really can't afford to leave that enormous battleship to its own devices. Even without using the ruins to amplify, it lets them deploy the Emperor's Windstorm directly, and that's no joke. Yeah, even Scandinavia versus Andromeda is slowly becoming a problem now. So we're up here for one of Valkyrie's vaccine concerts, in part, but we're also working on a plan to cut off the problem at its source. You mean, we'll be doing the same thing we did with the protocultural ruins. Valkyrie will be infiltrating the Sigurd barrettes in order to destroy the system they use to amplify the Windstorm. We're having Valkyrie do that? I gather this region of the planet is permanently snowy owing to an oddity of the climate. Is that right? How is your vision? It's a small price to pay to deal with the Reaper. Besides, despite having lost half my eyesight, I feel the wind more clearly than ever. Is that right? The snow here is quite a nostalgic sight. It reminds me of Windermere. Lloyd, we should go back to the Bazinga Global Cluster. Our goal is to free Windermere and its associated planets. There is no point in spreading war for war's sake. Once upon a time you said we would oppose the Earthnoids on all fronts. What happened to the man who said that, Keith? If we keep using the Windstone, it's going to affect His Majesty's health. Yes, which is exactly why we need to be part of NOAA, so we can use them in place of His Majesty. But we Windermerians can use their ruins to sense the wind, more scientifically to sense biofold waves. This proves that we are the sole rightful heirs to the lost protoculture. It makes it our duty to free the galaxy from other Earthlings who seek only to exploit everything to satisfy their endless greed. The galaxy isn't our problem. The skies of Windermere should be enough for us. We promised we would bring about a great wind in the galaxy someday. You can't have forgotten our promise all those years ago, right? Typh Arrow Windermere. As a key member of Noah brand, we need you to be stronger than this. Ray Sisters. His Majesty has officially placed Noah brand under my command. I look forward to working with you. I await your orders. By the by, isn't this scenery here lovely? It's quite similar to Windermere. Indeed. I have good news for you, Prime Minister Royd. We've finished our investigations. And? It is exactly as you expected. Much like the protoculture ruins, the problem appears to be related to its connection to our dimension. As I thought. I was surprised that a Windermere would be aware of its existence. It was just a consequence of my research into protoculture. Wait, what are they speaking of? Always hard to follow the tacticians when they get going, isn't it? All we need to know is who would be an obstacle to Noah's, so we can wield our blades to cut them down. You're very unlike Cybus. Trust me, he has a unique sort even in Raval. I see. To be honest, I rather like that free-spirited man. Our Sisters isn't happy. Meanwhile, in the stationary region, this is Infiltration Team Echo, operation proceeding as expected, over. So we split Wilkura up and form teams around each member. And the goal is to meet up at the destination and mess with the enemy systems once there. Let's hope this works. Funny how even with this huge shit right in front of us, we still got a long way to go. We wouldn't have even gotten this far without the A event creating a diversion. How are you holding up, Freya? I'm good, I've trained for this, just like all the other Walkia members. You don't have to push yourself. Hayate. If we keep going, we're going to run into Windermerians. That means... I know, I can deal with it. No matter what anyone says to me, I'm part of Walkia and a part of Shadows. I'll do everything I can to end this fighting. I see. Well, it sounds like Freya's ready to go, so get the lead out, Hayate. Huh? Seems like the enemy's found us. Takuma, Suzaku, and I will stop them here, so you and Mirage can keep Freya on the move. Just remember to keep your eyes on the goal, not the girls. Right, we'll go on ahead. Good luck. I hope Cross's group is okay. They're all incredible fighters, even on foot, they'll make it through. But when the Mirians... Here I thought I was hunting for Earth rats, but I found a rat of a different color instead. A Windermerian. Bog Convart, a loyal member of the Windermerian's royal family and aerial knights. And I'm Kasim Eberhard. This is your end, Freya Lyon, you disgusting traitor. I'm not a traitor. What? I never betrayed Windermere. Enough lies, we'd be glad we're putting you under arrest. Not a chance. I see you need a personal taste of what resistance earns you, Earthling. Ugh. Hayate, how'd you like that, Earthling? Windermerians are vastly more physically capable than Earthlings. Unlike my partner, I prefer to avoid violence. Please surrender peacefully. Why are you so soft on Earthlings and their traitorous allies, Chasm? You're not laying a finger on Freya or Mirage. Still so aggressive despite your frail body, you're a perfect example of what makes Earthlings so dangerous. Neat little bit of sophistry there. Sophistry coming from the one who's the actual invader here. You made it. I'm sorry we couldn't get here sooner. You hanging in there let us catch up, Hayate. You got guts. They break through the pursuers we sent after them? Ugh. Well, swelling your ranks isn't going to change anything. Don't charge in, Borg. They're strong. Damn it, I refuse to let these Earthlings get away. Did you invade because you hate us that much? We're only fighting back because you struck first. Look, I'm sure as hell not gonna make excuses for what the NUNG did in the Basinko Global Cluster, but let's be real, you're just taking your anger out on us because we're more convenient. Earthlings are a blight, they brought this on themselves. So just like Ravel, you reject all Earthlings, huh? I won't make any excuses for our species, but I know painfully well how stupid it is to try and fight one's way out of hatred. Why do you get, sorry, why did you get to declare a whole species evil? Who died and made you the boss? Silence, Takuma Nagari. Hold the hell up, you know me. Of course, Takuma Nagari, pilot of Get a Robo. You're one of Noah's top priority targets. Dang, I didn't know I was so famous. And you, Suzuki Korugi, you were rambling on about how stupid it is to fight out of hatred, right? You know who I am. Well, Lord Jabil, his personal hatred made him sell out his comrades and his home planet to Noah's. Meanwhile, I lost my father, mother, and my 3 sisters to the NUNG. Earthlings are dangerous fools who can never bring anything but harm to our universe. Just acknowledge it. Man, oh man. It seems like you have nothing to say in front of self-evident truth. I mean, I have plenty to say to someone who wants to listen and care about things. You though, you aren't going to listen to a word without... Oh boy, let's try that again. You though, you ain't going to listen to a word out of our mouths. So I'm just going to have to use something other than the words to get through to through your brick of a head. Stop right there so you can know across. Ravel. I am the Celestial Knight Racistus. It's the same rank as Cybus, right? Celestial Knight. What a shame, if only you could have accepted your foolishness and simply surrender. White Knight. So he's the White Knight. And you must be part of Zhao's then. You were the one who fought Mesa too. Mesa, is that the name of Zhao's Zhao's Reaper? What happened to him? He's dead. I'm gonna carry on his will. I see. Tell me your name as well, then. It's Hayate Immerman. What, could this be a coincidence? What, am I a priority target now? Immerman. That name is an offense to all of Windermere. Wait. What? All other infiltration teams have been caught. So much for the operation. Takuma, Suzaku, keep Freya safe. Mirage, go back up Hyade, we're getting out of here. Sukinoa Crush, you dared to deceive Cybus and you will pay the price for it. Oh, were you his lover or something? Silence. That's what I get for opening my big mouth. Harry Cross, Gladoy. Can you run, Freya? I think so. Get back here, traitor. Shut up. Ugh. Look, I know you got a lot of pain. You lost your family. That doesn't make Freya a traitor. She loves singing and just wants to make everyone happy with it. If you come for Freya, I'll protect her every time. Hayate. Alright, so we learn a couple of things about what's going on. I still hate that man, though, because he's just an idiot. So, we're gonna shoot him down. For sure. Alright. Alright, so we get a huge deployment of enemies. I mean, it's not actually a huge deployment yet, but we'll get there. So we have these 3 chumps in the back. So every single chump is getting a piranha converted to the face. I'm going to leave you alone still. Yeah, that works. Select units, change placement actually. So we want one this way, one this way, One this way. Zeal, all that other stuff. Yeah, that should be fine. Alright. Yes, it's the Aerial Knights. Oh no. Yep, so we get given a choice, right? In theory, I could instantly win the map. We're so not doing that. Look, just because his mum died doesn't mean shit to Kuma. It happens. 99% of everyone here has lost their mum to one thing or another. It's actually a pretty common mecha trope. But you got Camille, whose mum literally gets killed by Jared. And his dad's a piece of crap. But that's besides the point. And Amory's mum wasn't even in the series to begin with, so... In fact, the only one whose mum isn't actually lost that I can think of right off the bat is the Letter Mercury, but her dad is the one who cops it instead, so... It's kind of the same situation in that regard. Alright. Well, we are just going to open up with killing the name characters first. I cast Ray, it's super effective. Yep, so that's 150. So I give it a handful of more maps until like everyone who has like a chance to get a Piranha Converter, and will be 150, I'm sure.
そう言われるとやっちゃいそう。突破してみせる。
But yeah, I'm very happy with the progress. We're definitely getting there a lot earlier than my last playthrough. Like, Piranha Converters really just make a huge difference. And we got 3 now, and then when we redo the Forte playthrough eventually, because that's something that needs to be done. Oh, there's our reinforcements. Cool. Yeah, once we redo the Forte playthrough, we'll have eventually 1 more Piranha Converter, but we'll have 3 Piranha Converters at the start of the game, so we'll be even able to get that level bridge going even more quicker, so which is important. Yes, alright. So this is where we require special consideration from one of the very few people who don't get power. Yeah, this will be fine.
あれが敵戦力の中核。敵機捕捉、パターン入力。逃がさない。
ここまでか。我ながら情けない。
Alright. Alright, so there's the last of our friends over there. I think I might give that kill to Queen Sealer just to boost the battleship, I guess? Alright, so... once the talking is done, I'll look at exactly how many more kills we've got to get. And then figure out the best way to assign it. But yeah, so plot happening, but Freya's gonna sing to make everyone happy, rid them of confusion. Yeah, so again, I just want to, like, out of all the pilots for the Aerial Knights, he's the only one I would be happy with to actually perma-kill. Alright, so we got 35. One kill is a named character, so it's realistically 34 to... We have 21 units. So 34, so everyone gets 2. So I guess I need to figure out exactly how I'm going to space it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright, so I guess divide and conquer it is. Alright, let's draw on there. That, so one needs to go over this way. And that can be... Actually no, Camille can come all the way over here. And get that one. I guess we'll leave this battleship to get this one. Meanwhile, you can punch this yourself. And get the one behind you. You can punch that one and get the one behind you. You can kill that one and get one of these guys. And over here. And then you can get that battleship and we'll kill the one behind. That one would be your friend, so that one would be that one. Okay. And then you can just kill that one and you can get the battleship on your next turn. That leaves us with the rest of this lot going straight forward, so... should probably do that. Alright, kill the one on the far end. Oh, I did not seal you. That's okay, you can get 2 kills next turn. Okay. Oh, you're a very tasty level, so... That's your one, don't you? Yeah.
落とすのです。何としても。これより前方に集中砲火をかける。撃て。
ここまでとは。
Alright, boom. $147, that's not bad. Alright, so drive, activate that. Oh, so you can just wait until next turn. We'll see how the counterattacks go. Try and resolve as many few counterattacks as we can. It just all depends on whether or not they want to play nice. Obviously I don't expect them all to play nice, but if they're going to be in the same general area where everyone else can get their kills, that's also fine. No, Asagi's getting that battleship, so... Nope. 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 Wait, you're not in range anyway. Yeah, you can get one. That would not be necessary. Not necessary. Mike. Okay, that's fine. Alright, first thing to do is ensure Zeal is active on you. Now we'll just go around this backside and begin the process from here. So, Arid, that's yours. That's yours. Someone is left out in this equation. Ah, it was Rogers. Alright, I see what I'm gonna have to do to actually make this work. Sorry Takuma, for making you have to do this in a very roundabout way. But if you would kindly, come back over here. Then zeal it up one more time. I suppose Uzaki would also have a line if I deployed him, but I didn't, so... But either way, we will sort out Takuma now. So Spirit, Zeal, Cell, Preend if we use Wish on him. And then we can just excel him right into the thick of enemies. There we go. So that fixed that problem. Then Mr. Rogers can come over here and punch that dude. And Bud can come over here, take down this one. Alright, then it's just these two. So, Spirit, Soul... Go drop a battleship. There we go. And map is over. Yep, so time to go away. Yeah, so in the meanwhile, Sisters and Keith are just having the basic talk about, you know, how they're going to try and deal with us, but we all know how this will go. Anyway, back in the hangar. So Earthlings are dangerous fools. The Area Knights claim we're a danger to the whole universe. I must admit, it feels a little hard to refute them when they bring up Jabil, like, of all people. Well, I don't gotta admit a thing, Mr. Big Bad, former evil emperor. Well, Takuma. Yeah, we've all got our villains, but we've got it real good folk too. I don't think we're ever going to tie a frickin' bow on our whole species and declare all of us evil so they can wipe us out. You're right. The fact that you understand that sort of thing so instinctively is exactly why our enemies have taken note of you. Instinctively, I'm not a wild animal, pal. Says the guy looking gratified. Takuma is right, Lelouch. This world is filled with people desperately trying to live. It's our duty to fight for anyone who thinks they can deny their right to life. I'm glad to see you're holding up. I was worried their comments might have shaken you, but it seems I was wrong. All thanks to the people who supported me and have my back. I fight for the world because I have to repay them somehow. Just so. Well, the problem is that Noah seems to feel the same, but instead they're fighting against the world. People convinced that morally and the right can be hard as nails when they need to be. I mean, they're not all upright heroes. Ravel and Windermere might take that stance, but Poseidon sure doesn't care about morality. Nor does Drake. The Logos Lemnites are probably more like the Windermereans. No way they'll think they're evil. They'll probably think we're the ones in the right. So they'll probably think they're the ones in the right. Yeah, Noah's isn't an alliance of people with shared ideals. It's just a bunch of people trying to benefit from each other. And here we can find a weakness because of that. Something wrong, Hayate? Look, I don't agree with anything they said, but the thing they said, they have this, I don't know, gravitas. Well, they probably believe their own hot air. Yeah, I guess ultimately we can't believe in ourselves, we'll never be able to convince them they're wrong. Then show some spirit. When Freya sees you looking sad, it drags her down too. Freya's spirit is the spirit of Walkia, which means she's the spirit of the event itself, you know. Haha, well said, Mr. Noah's top priority target. Well, no crap, I'm a good friend and a terrible enemy. Meanwhile, Cross is contemplating by himself. Something wrong, Cross? Hayate's got a point. When they were talking about how Earthlings can only bring harm, their eyes were practically burning with conviction. The NUNG uses any means necessary to annex planets people live on, so the Windermereans' axe grind is probably very, very real. I don't really like bringing this up in public, but the NUNG is a single organization. Declaring all Earthlings evil because of them is just wrong. It at least explains why the Windermereans think Earthlings are so dangerous. I can see how Ravel would help with that to oppress Earth. But why the hell is Takuma one of their priority targets? I'm lost about that myself. All I can think is that maybe we know less about Earthlings than we think. It seems like Ravel knows something about Ichika's secret too. I guess they're going to be the key to fighting Noah's. Alright, so decent money once again. And we'll certainly be farming that more and more once the levels do increase, because again, we'll be able to just swap a Piranha Converter on folks and call it a day, so... Alright, so... Noah Brand resolve. Alright, so... what have we got? Okay, so that's quite a few enemies there.
ではカスタマイズを始めましょう。
Alright, so first order of business naturally is to take all these parts off. Normally I do this off screen, but we've got time in this recording easily because it was a pretty fast map, so not too fast where I can do a double recording, but not too slow that I have to do this off screen. So alright, so judging by who we're taking in this next map for sure, this is going to be a thing. And then, is there anyone else? Where are you in this list of folks? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's worth. I'll give you. I'm not going to give you a Piranha Converter. I will give you. Give you this. I think it'll just be wasteful for now. It should be the only one tied with the secrets, so I guess, yeah, I just work my way up from the bottom, so I guess we just do this. Alright. So 1, 2, 3 plus cross is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I think we get 2 spare. So we can probably give those to battleships.
これからの戦いのために万全の準備を。
Always give one to a battleship, I suppose.
お待ちしておりました。
Work out all that fun stuff in the next episode, I suppose. So thank you for watching, everyone, and I will catch you in the next one.